Good morning and welcome back to Nap Time Builder. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning and it's cold. I think it's like 26 this morning. I got used to them mid 60s, mid to upper 60-degree days. And then it rained for like 3 days straight, and now it decided to get below freezing today. But we're back with the 55. If you didn't watch the last video, go watch it. We patched all the floors. We got her all, look at her. Just look at her. Inside's looking pretty good, even though it'll be under sound deadener and carpet and everything. It's looking good and patched up and all that. In this video, we're going to be working on the cab, try to get it straightened out. There's a few dents and dings here and there. I do have 1, 2, 3 that I know of. 3 or 4 little holes. And there's actually a couple holes up here in the, I guess, it's the interior, but I don't know, is that like, what you call it, the visor or something? I don't know. There's a couple holes up there I didn't quite realize were as bad as they were until yesterday when I was hoping to get paint on there. Then I went ahead and put paint on there. It'll be okay. We can cut them small sections out if that's what we end up needing to do. And then right here, then on the outside, this is what they look like on the outside. And see if I can get over it right there. So that's what them 2 spots look like from the outside. And they're actually rougher on the inside. So them 2 spots, I think I need to put a little spot right here. And that one looks fine. I think it was the other side. And then the bottom of that right there. So pretty much dealing with the cab. We're going to be taking the hood and the fenders off. We'll eventually be taking them off anyways. This will allow us to get to the rest of the cab and all that. So I guess that's probably where we're going to start. I mean, we don't really have a whole lot of room to just be laying more parts, but you know, right around in here maybe. So let's get to that. Oh, before I go on, I appreciate any of y'all that watches the videos, especially if you watch them all the way through. Do me a favor and hit that like button. You know, it don't cost you anything, it helps me feel better, okay? So, just hit the like button. Hey, and that little red button down there, subscribe, hit that too. Then you can get notified about the 55 coming to life here. Also, we got the Jeep. She's different. You might want to see it. She's a little ugly, but I love her. It's okay. Now let's get this hood and fenders off. All right, so I about hurt myself, but we got her over there. I went ahead and sprayed PB Blaster on all the bolts that we may or may not even need to do. I mean, you look at them, they're crusty. I'm sure they could use it. Also, let me see where my flashlight can. That spot looks a little bit worse than I thought it was gonna be. Right there. So, good thing we're taking the fenders off. We'll be able to see all that a little bit better. So I guess we're about to start taking them off. We'll end up, if we get that bumper off, we'll end up having to cut it because the dummies welded it. But I guess support braces there. Then we'll start taking the fenders off. We take the fenders off, we might as well take this front off too, so let's get after it. Well, as you can tell, the sun's finally coming up. Well, I've been over here busting my butt. That little bird right there. Anyways, so these fenders have like 400 dadgum bolts apparently, okay? She's loose most of the way. The only thing that's holding it is a couple bolts up in the front here. Just got all this, and most of the inner fender is loose also. Well, I was like, well, maybe I gotta take the headlight out to get to them last couple bolts. And look at this crap. I've already cleaned out this much, and that was just out of the housing, the headlight housing itself. I'm gonna take that out and look at that. And then look at that. That is ridiculous. My goodness. So now, is there even a bolt up in there? I'm gonna be mad if he ain't. We're about to see, I guess. All right, change of plans. I guess I won't be digging into that. I got to go in. And I won't be back out at night time today because we got to go get the taxes done. And then, you know, it's Valentine's Day, so after we get we get our taxes done on Valentine's Day. That's how we celebrate Valentine's Day around here, okay? Just seeing how much more money the government's keeping from us. Anyways, after that, we'll go eat because we'll be depressed and we'll be, you know, depression eating and spending more money while doing it. And then we'll probably be depressed about that. But anyways, tomorrow morning, I'll come back out here and we'll start, well, finish up, hopefully, tearing this front end apart. So, we'll see y'all then. What's up, y'all? It's the next morning. I got out here like an hour ago. It's like 5:30 now. And I got the grill, well, you know, the grill, the headlights and stuff like that out. These fenders have so many daggone bolts, and this thing is so rusty and crusty that it's starting to seem like I gotta cut more of them out than I can get out with a socket or impact or anything. I got like one bolt left in this fender, and I'm about to have to cut it out, and I'm hoping it don't fall on my head while I'm doing it, but you know, I'm bringing y'all along. You know, maybe you need a laugh, okay? I'm probably not gonna be laughing, but we'll see. All right, I made a little progress, if you know, finally. That other side went a little bit quicker. So, well, I also took the wheels off. That way I could get my big head up in there and have a little bit more room getting to the back side of them bolts and nuts. But also the second one a little bit faster as it usually does, because then I had a good idea where all the bolts was. You know what I'm saying? So we got. I need a bigger shop. Look, I only got one vehicle in here and parts spread everywhere, and that's rough. But make me feel better. I'll come back here and look at this. Look, just look at it. Just look at it. Looking better. We started from the back, working our way forward, y'all. And now ain't no body panel on the mug except for the cab itself. And she's stripped, so. I would say my time is about done for the morning. It's probably about time for me going to the house. I'd say the kids are probably about to get up. It's like 7 something now. So I guess nap time I'll be back out here. And between now and then, I need to decide what the next step is. I'll catch y'all then.
6 hours later.
All right, it is nap time and time to get back to work, okay? As you can see, we can't work on the full cab because we can't get to the full cab. We can get to more of it than we could before, but I want to get to the full thing. We're going to pull the motor and transmission out. She don't run anyways. She needs to be on an engine stand where I can get to her when that time comes. So, I got an engine stand over there in the box, but we ain't too worried about putting her on an engine stand today. I'm just worried about getting her out and getting her out the way. So, that is the next step. I just snipped a couple of ground wires and then the starter cables. That was pretty much the only thing holding this wire-wise or anything. There's some carburetor linkage, I think, and then should be the transmission linkage and cross member. There's definitely not much. That is hooked up. So that's what we're gonna be working on. Maybe it won't take us too long. You know, I even got some chains in there. You know, hopefully we'll get them to undone. So let's get to work. All right, well that took me way longer than I would like to admit. It was like an hour and 15 minutes or something like that. Mostly because, you know, I left a couple things. Transmission, I had to do the transmission mount. I had to cut what was left of the exhaust pipes off. You know, do a few miscellaneous wires, but it's whatever. It's out. It's out of the way. Now, other than the starter solenoid, and I can pretty much get to the whole firewall. And now that the transmission's up out of the way, you know, other than that massive mess that I made. Once that mess is cleaned up, I can get up under there and be able to clean the bottom side of the cab, seam seal the bottom side of my patches, see, and paint that up there. You know, all that jazz. So I'm no engine and transmission connoisseur or nothing like that, but I'm pretty positive this is a 289. One, because I was told it was a 289, and two, because I'm positive it's not a 302. I haven't cleaned it off and looked at any numbers or anything. What have we got here? You know. Not a whole lot. But I was told this is a 289, and I'm pretty sure a C4 transmission out of a 68, 69 Ford Torino. And I understand if anybody thinks I ought to put a bigger motor in it, but honestly, that 289 with a little bit of work and that C4 automatic, I'll be completely fine for what I want this truck for. She's just a cruiser. It ain't like I'm gonna drive the muck every day. I plan on driving it, but it ain't gonna be my daily. You know, maybe a day or two of the week kind of deal. Get up a car show. Hope people stand about 40 foot back when they're looking at it. You know, that way they can't see none of my issues that I messed up. Well, y'all, this is the end for today. Kids are up from the nap. for too long, be having to eat some supper, and I'm disgusting, so I need to go take a shower. Again. Y'all, it's the next day at nighttime. I come out this morning and finished getting all the paint and rust stripped off of the firewall. Nobody wants to see me grinding paint and rust and all that crap. And I even started on my first patch down here that I need on the corner right there. On both sides, I need the outer, well actually a little bit on all three of the four sides. So I trimmed out a couple little pieces out of my little construction board, whatever you want to call it, that should work on them. I'm cutting them out of my little scrap metal over here, tacking them in, just like I did with the floors and stuff like that. We're just patching up where it needs to be patched up, trying to get ready for us to sand this mug down. You know, I probably got some overspray on it. To sand this mug down one last time and hopefully wipe her down. And hopefully tomorrow I can start putting a little bit of short strand fiberglass here and there, trying to make her smooth. You know, trying to give her the love that she deserves. So I'm not going to show you all my work as I go along from here, because it's just the same thing over and over. Once I get it all patched up, I'll show you a quick glance, and then we'll jump to trying to get this thing smoothed out. So I'm going to crank up the tunes and let old Alexa sing to me. That's what we're going to do. What's up, y'all? It's been a day or so, you know, a couple nap times. Okay, and I've been plugging away at some patching and all that. So here, I'll show you what I got so far and what I got left. Right here, I've patched in this whole bottom from like here down. I had to patch in a piece over here on this side and a piece on this side. I'll have to do a little fiberglassing around it. I patched this whole section right here because there was a bunch of holes in there and I didn't want to just do like little circles here and there to fill those, so I just covered the whole thing. Same here. This right here I put in. There was 5 or 6 holes there. I just went ahead and did that. Let me see. Also I got that spot right there that was blown out. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but patch that. And now I'm working on this one. As you can see, I've got the front piece in. It needs to be tacked up some more, and then I got to do the other 3 sides. I did a little patch there in the corner of that, and there's a little spot there that still ain't cleaned up either. But I wasn't gonna show you all this until I got done with all my patches, because I still got like 1 or 2. Like I said, biggest thing I'm showing you is, look at this. Look at this brand new, out of a 2024 Tahoe backseat. She nice. She moves forward and back. She reclines some. Not like we're gonna have a whole lot of room to recline anyways, but you know, a little adjustment goes a long way. And I like it. Like heavy though. I about wore myself out toting that mugs in here. But I'm debating on setting them up in there just to get an idea. But I don't want to mess nothing up. I ain't got no help, as you can tell. But I don't know what's like. $100, okay? $100. Seen the post on Facebook Marketplace. The place is working on a bunch of police interceptors and stuff. They're taking out the back seats and changing stuff up. Mug got like 30-something sets of them. $100. Can't beat that. If this works out good, I might go buy another one for my other f-100. There ain't no telling around here, okay? So I think I'm gonna try not to hurt myself and get that up in there just to get an idea of what it'll look like. I mean, it don't really matter what it's gonna look like. That's the plan. I didn't spend the money on it, you know. I mean, whatever. Say, just look at her. I mean, obviously she's just sitting in there. There ain't a huge gap here, but I mean, I can get my fat leg up in there. Obviously, there ain't a steering column right there, but I mean, she'll be tight probably. But I mean, we'll make her work. It's got some little dowels on the bottom I'll have to cut off, and it'll drop it down a hair more right now. So, yeah. I mean, you can't beat that for $100. They're brand new. All right, now to hurt myself getting them back out. And, man, I need to put them somewhere where they won't get messed up. I don't know. I need to find somewhere to put them where I can at least cover them up or something where they don't get messed up while I'm continuing this process. Because it'll be a little while before we worried about putting seats in here. All right, y'all, here she is. Did all this down here. She's still gonna need some fiberglass filler or, short strand filler to make it look better. But they're patched with new metal down there. I got the patch there, the patch there. Come around. Patched up there where that was horrible. Patch down here, that inside, it's still a little rough. But had to patch 3 sides of that. That'll have to get some filler. Had a little patch there, a little patch there in the corner. Is that it? Other than all them patches I went through, you can see the white there. Went through the bottom side of all of our floor pan patches and sealed around the bottom of them. I just got done wiping the firewall off. I'm about to use my last turbo can wherever I set it. Right there. And I'm going to use this on the firewall. That way if I do have some overspray, so we're not priming the rest of the cab right now, I figure I'd do this first. All right, y'all, it's dark outside and it is time for me to go in the house. But as you can see, we got the firewall painted, a couple coats. I did a coat, a thin coat, let it sit just a little bit, heat it with another one, and then I went around and started putting some short strand fiberglass on all 4 corners where I had to do all my patching and my little spot over there on the cowl on the driver's side. So here's what we got. It's kind of chilly. It's getting really cold tonight. And plus I ain't got time to wait tonight and then sand it down anyway. So we're gonna give it till in the morning. And then I'll come out in the morning, if at all possible, sand them spots down and all that fun stuff, and carry on from there, finding anywhere else that might need a little touch, okay? Here's what we got. There's a firewall. I said I was gonna use that turbo can, and obviously there is overspray. I don't know if you've ever used a turbo can, but I'm not really a huge fan. I had one more can, so I decided just to go ahead and use it there to try to get rid of it, basically. I needed black, and it was black, and trying to get rid of it. So got my spot up here, threw a little bit on my corner down here. I had to go basically all the way around it with some just whatever. A little spot on the inside there, or cab corners. Got that and over there. You know, I got so much junk, I'm having to step over here. Cab corners. And then our other front corner there. All right, y'all. It's been probably a week. And honestly, I have came out here 2 or 3 days and did a little work on the body here, a little work there, you know, sanded all that fiberglass down. And then there's a couple places, or a few places, I had to put a thin coat of, body filler on and all that. I'm about to go back and hit all those spots with some 80 grit, knock them down, get them close, and hopefully we can go over all of my areas with some finer grit, you know, just take it over the whole cab, because there's probably some overspray or little specks here and there. I would love to be able to throw a little bit of primer on this thing today. I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to. This body work takes a while. That's why I'm not gonna film every time I come out here and sand for a couple hours, because this crap takes a while, okay? Even with a DA, it takes a while if you want it halfway right. And it's still not gonna be perfect after all the hours that I've got thrown into it. So this is what we got so far. I'm about to crank up the daggum DA and just get to work, okay? Here's what we got. My spot here, she's pretty smooth. She'll be real smooth after I hit it with some finer grit. That down there is ready for some finer grit. I got a little spot right there that I need to hit with the 80. And then the rest of it with fine grit, 80, fine. I think I finished up the roof yesterday. It just needs to be hit with some finer grit. Fine, I got some right there I need to hit with the 80 and then hit it with the fine grit. And that's just ready for the finer grit sandpaper itself. You can see a little spot up there, roof. If you've ever done any body work, this crap takes forever. Like I said, if you want it anywhere close to right. Especially on a 70-year-old cab that's been beat and put through the ringer and not taken care of. Because remember, we did all that work on all 4 corners of the daggum cab, but she was rusty. Rusty. But look, we're trying to get there. There's a whole lot of work just went in this video, so I hope y'all appreciate it. You know, most won't even watch the whole thing, but you know, whatever. But we come along. And I'm stubborn, so, you know, I'm trying. Let's get back to work. All right, y'all, I got the door open because I can't daggum breathe up in here after taking my mask off. Well, this video, I've done a lot in this video, and I'm gonna have to chop it down to as short of a video as I can because nobody watches all of it anyways. But I'm super excited that the cab is finally all 4 corners is patched, and a few other spots I had to patch. Got this mug sanded down, body filled, sanded down, primered up. Now, am I saying that she is perfect? By no means. But look right here. We can, this is prime cab. You know, we just mark that over off the board, okay? The cab is primed, she's patched, primed, and all that. Did I find some imperfections while priming? Yes, I did. Are we gonna worry about that much? No, we're not, okay? There's a small little bitty pinhole here or there. You know, This thing was so rough that it's hard to catch them all, okay? It's kind of like Pokemon. You can't catch them all, okay? She's 70 years old, okay? Calm down. Get off my back. Look, she's 70. I'm only... I'm only 37. And I know how I feel someday, so I can only imagine how this old girl feels, okay? But, anyways, we've knocked out a ton of work in this video. And if you noticed, I got a little cover over the front end there. We're gonna talk about that. That'll be next video, okay? I got tired of the body work. I can't stand body work. And this cab was the biggest part of the whole daggum truck, so, you know, it's been tearing at me. It's been driving me crazy, so I had to take a few days off, okay? Luckily, I was ahead in my videos just a little bit. I took a few days off from the body work, did something else, okay? Okay. Anyways, are you as excited as I am? Because I'm freaking pumped, man. I'm too excited to be going to work here in a few minutes. Maybe I should call in. Just playing. What do you think funds all this? It sure as heck ain't YouTube. I've only got 500 something subscribers. I ain't getting paid for nothing. I need a little change for some daggum parts or something. I mean, I'm going through some sanding pads and some flappy disc and some daggum cutting disc. I'm going through it. Anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. Hey, y'all. Hit me up in the comment section. I mean, ain't you glad to see your girl coming back to life over here? All right, y'all. Thanks for watching Nap Time Builder. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I wish somebody talked to me every now and then, though. My feelings is hurt, if we're being honest. I gotta go get cleaned up. I'm a little sticky. And I gotta leave for work in less than an hour. We will see y'all in the next video. Pump, man. Pump. Ain't nobody tell me nothing right now. Can't tell me nothing. We'll see y'all later.